with you.
Hey, thanks for coming back. Hey, today we're doing homemade egg rolls. Now, these are pork egg rolls, right? You can replace it with chicken, right? You can even do beef, right? You can go completely vegetarian if you want. It's completely up to you. Just leave it. It just depends on what protein you use, right? Now, there's an old legend that egg rolls were created by a Chinese chef in New York, way back in the early 1900s. I think around 1930s or something like that. I don't know. But overseas, the classic way of making it by the Chinese, right? They're actually spring rolls. So spring rolls and egg rolls are very similar when they're fried. The difference is, well, one of the main differences is the skin, the wrapping. Egg roll wrappers, they have egg in it, okay? Where the spring roll wrappers, there's no egg. It's mainly like flour and cornstarch, maybe a little bit of water, you know. Well, not maybe. There's water, right? But there's no egg in it. That's why when you fry a spring roll, it's not all bumpity bumpity, right? But when you fry an egg roll, it's all kind of bumps and crevices and cracks, bubbles because of the egg that's in it. I know you probably saw a thumbnail, but this is what we're making. And of course, I'm using the sweet and sour sauce that I made the other day, right? I hope you enjoy this. Let me get in on some of this. I've been waiting all day for this. Mm. Yep. The way I make it, there's mung bean noodles in it. Mung bean noodles are House of Straw approved. And I hope they're approved in your house too. Look at how I do it. It's not that difficult. There are quite a few ingredients, but that's just because I want to put the flavor in it. But you can add and take away as you will. Watch what I do.
Hey, this is Shrashira. That's the best elevator music I ever heard.
Okay, so the ingredients, I know it looks like a lot, but it's going to be real flavorful and it's going to work for you. Okay, first thing we have, of course, we have our egg roll wrappers here. Okay, got those. Now, you want the egg roll wrappers. You don't want spring roll wrappers because they're made different. So go for the egg roll wrappers. We have soy sauce here, by a tablespoon of soy sauce right here. We got 2 minced garlic cloves here. Got about a tablespoon of cilantro. We have about a couple teaspoons of Shaoxing cooking wine, right? It's a Japanese wine, a Chinese wine actually. We have a teaspoon of sesame oil. We have a tablespoon here of oyster sauce. And we have a tablespoon of hoisin sauce. We have 1 egg that we're going to be using to seal the egg rolls with. Now, here we have about a half a teaspoon or so, close to a teaspoon of Chinese 5 spice. If you don't have that, you can just use star anise, well, a combination of star anise, fennel, cloves, and what was that other one? Cinnamon, right? Here we have half a teaspoon of white pepper. We have about half a teaspoon or so of kosher salt, a tablespoon of cornstarch, because we're going to need to make a slurry here pretty soon. We have about a half of a carrot, that's been shredded up. We have 2 cups of shredded cabbage. We have a half a pound of pork, ground pork, and then we have some mung bean noodles, right? Now, how much mung bean noodles you use, that's up to you. But we're going to be letting this soak here after we get these vegetables ready. So speaking of which, let's go ahead and get these vegetables ready. Actually, before we do that, let's build this sauce. Let's combine this sauce to get the sauce ready. All right, so our sauce, we're going to add our salt. Okay. White pepper. Chinese 5 spice goes in. Our Shrashira cooking wine. Sesame oil. Now, be careful with the sesame oil because it's real potent. Okay. Our soy sauce. Gonna add, let me get my little spatula here. Gonna add our oyster sauce. Goes in. Okay. Add our hoisin sauce. That goes in. All right, use a spatula, gal, as much as you can. Kind of like mix it just to get this off the spatula. This on the paper plate here. Now we're going to take our whisk and really whisk it up. There we go. Got some tasting chopsticks here. Get a taste. Yeah, that's going to do it. So what we want to do first, before we even get to the vegetables, actually we want to brown the pork. Okay, we want to make sure we cook that. And we'll be adding it back to the vegetables later, but for now we're just going to cook that. Put a little olive oil in the pan. Don't need much because the pork is naturally fatty, so it's going to lend some of that oil or more oil to the surface of the pan. All right, let's add our pork. Get this nicely browned. We want to make sure we break them up. Okay. Turn the heat off. Want to take these out. Put it in a bowl. Let it rest there. And now in this same pan, I'm going to add just a little bit more oil. Turn the heat back on. And we're going to start in on these veggies. First thing we want to do is add in the cabbage. Okay. Give this about a minute. And then we're going to add our carrots into here. Yeah, see, it's already starting to wilt a little bit. But it's still going to have that crunch to it when you add the carrots. So you're not trying to completely cook it right here. Okay, now we're going to add our carrots. Carrots go in. We're going to let this cook for about 2 minutes. It's on medium heat. Could I have done this in a wok? Absolutely. I almost did, actually. You know, now I'm starting to smell all the aromatics, starting to smell the carrots, smelling the cabbage, little remnants of the pork. Yes. And then just from a distance, I can smell that garlic behind me, because that's what we get ready to add in here next. All right, so right there in the middle, we're going to add our garlic. In it goes. All right, get the garlic mixed in. Oh, smells amazing. Okay, now we want to add our sauce. Mix the sauce up. Now you determine how much of the sauce you want to put in. So you add some. You're probably going to use it all, but you make the call. Yeah, that's plenty. Yeah. No, I'm gonna add a little more. There we go. Let this cook up. Give this about a minute. So as you can see, there's a lot of liquid in there. Now we want to thicken that up because you don't want to put wet veggies inside of an egg roll wrapper or a spring roll wrapper for that matter when you're going to fry it. So we're going to take our cornstarch, add a little water to it. Shake it up. And you know what? I actually think I'm going to add more cabbage to this too. I want more cabbage. You know, try to eat healthy and get more cabbage. I'm going to grab another handful of cabbage right in there. Boom. All you're really doing is just, you know, cooking the raw taste out of your vegetables. That's all. You're not, at this point, you're not trying to caramelize them. Nothing like that. See how quick that wilted down? Now I'm going to take the cornstarch mixture. I'm just going to add a little bit of it. Our cornstarch slurry, just a little bit. Just to kind of thicken the sauce up a bit. Okay, now we want to add the pork back to it. Add our ground pork to it. That's going to get nice and coated with everything as well. And now we're going to let this cool while we work on the noodles. So our noodles, we need to let these soak for about 20 minutes in some boiling water. So I have some water here that's been boiling on the stove. Just gonna pour it in. 20 minutes. And here in about 10, I'm gonna move this around so it gets, make sure everything gets soaked in nicely. And then we'll get to the next step. So I'll see you when everything's cooled down and the noodles are ready. All right, so the noodles, we went ahead and drained them. Now what we're going to cut them, just use some shears, just cut them into bite-sized pieces, right? Just to make it more manageable when you put them in the egg roll, if you choose to do so. Now this is optional. You know, I'm going to add it in because it's going to add volume, you see? So that's why I'm doing it. Okay, now we're going to take these noodles, add them into our mixture. All right, get them in there. Now we're going to add our cilantro in here at this point. Okay, let's get the cilantro in there. Just mix it all up. And again, like I said, the noodles, they're optional. You know, if you want to put bamboo shoots in, you could. You want to put onions in, go for it. All right, let's get ready to wrap these. What I've also done, the egg, I've beaten the egg because we're going to use that to fill the egg roll. All right, so now to fill these, you want to take some of your filling, right? You turn your egg roll like a diamond, you know, like a baseball diamond. You want to put some of your filling in it. And then you want to fold it over. I'll show you from another angle here in a couple of seconds. Roll it tight, then roll the sides in, okay? And then you want to roll. And roll. And when you get to the end corner here, take some of your egg mixture and rub it on that flap and then keep rolling. See? And you're gonna be all nice and tight. Now I'm gonna see if I can move the camera so you can get a better look at this. And we're gonna do another one. So like I said, you take some of your mixture, I'm using a spoon right now, but normally I would just use my hands just for speed. And then you roll it. Roll it nice and tight. You see that? Nice and tight. And then you bring the sides in. Just like this. And you roll it. Continue to roll it. Roll it again. Then when you get to this last end piece, you put your egg wash or your egg mixture here. And then you continue to roll it. And there you go. Let me do some more. Now you don't need to see me do all of these, but you'll get the gist of it. And you can fill this as much or as little as you want, as long as you get a good roll out of it. See? Egg mixture to hold it. And there we go. Now I'm going to do the rest of these and we'll be back. All right, now we've rolled them. They're ready to go. Now at this point, if you wanted to, because this is one of those things you can make ahead, you could put these into a freezer bag, right? A Ziploc freezer bag or a freezer approved container. Put it in the freezer and it'll hold for 3 months. Okay. But now we're gonna freeze some, couple of them, but then we're gonna fry maybe like 4 or 5 of them, maybe even 6. We'll see. But the deep fryer has been preheated to 350 degrees, and the filling is pretty much cooked, right? So all you're doing is just trying to give it a nice golden brown color, which is going to take about 3 to 5 minutes, most likely closer to 5 minutes. But as it's in there, you want to turn it so that it browns evenly. Okay, so let's get these bad boys in the deep fryer. All right, so we're gonna fry about 5 of these bad boys, and then we're gonna freeze 5. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're gonna let these go 45 minutes, and we're gonna check them out and see how it goes. Check these bad boys out. They've been in for about a minute. Let's get them a little look-see. Yep. Looking quite nice. All right, let's take these bad boys out. Look at that. That's not nice? Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Oh man. All right, we're gonna take one of these bad boys here. Give it a diagonal cut. Nice and crunchy, crispity. Look at that. Oh man. That's what we want. So here we have it. Pork egg rolls. It's packed full of flavor. We got our homemade sweet and sour sauce. Oh, you know this is gonna be delicious. I sampled a little bit, it's nice. If you like this, give me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, hey, subscribe, join the peanut gallery. You know we leave our arms open and the light on so you can find us even in the dark. Also, if you could, share me out, it'd be greatly appreciated. And if we're not connected on Instagram, go to Instagram, put my name in, Shrashira, look for the gray cat, and let's connect. Having said that, I'm about to roll on and get some egg roll. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your day.